What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stokastic here in the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leads, Likes, Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Great content most of the time. A massive NBA play-in tournament and playoffs thus far until ran into some speed bumps. Obviously, you had the rule out of Tyrese Halliburton. I talked about it in depth. Hopefully you didn't end up firing the other half unit there and you just kept it at the half. It was one of those speculative type locks where maybe there was a chance Halliburton was going to come in. Alas, game 5 sounds like if there's going to be a game 5 right now, it's 6 minutes left. I have it paused here on my screen so that I don't watch the end of it. Wanted to get this recording in for people in a promptly manner. Numbers are already out. Everything's out for this Minnesota Timberwolves and Dallas Mavericks game 4. As a Timberwolves fan, pretty terrified. But yeah, Peyton Pritchard, he is 2 points shy of going over that 6.5 points. And Andrew Nembhard against Drew Holiday defense. The number didn't really budge after Tyrese Halliburton got ruled out because I thought it was still an advantageous spot. But he ends up just going completely nuclear. 9 for 15 currently, 22 points, way over. So haven't looked stupid in a while. So it was good to keep me humble and keep me hungry and keep me working over here because overall, if you've been tailing throughout these playoffs, there's no way you haven't been profitable. We were on a ridiculous 9-0 prop streak until, well, looking like we're going to go a nice 0 for 2 here. Pretty small card there, though. But we'll talk about BetMGM a little bit later. But first, if you guys want to get that premium betting card in the MLB streets, talking some NBA there as well, sign up for Odd Chopper right now. Jump on over, $14.95 weekly, $49.95 monthly. And if you use promo code Lindy, bang, Mike Breen style, 20% off. That becomes $12 to jump in and get my picks, talk through process, yell at me about the fact that Andrew Nembhard's so good. I had no idea. Sorry, Andrew Nembhard, I wasn't really familiar with your game. But anyway, Odd Chopper, 20% off using promo code Lindy. That'd be awesome. And now, without further ado, game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. I'm in shambles, friends. Let's get to the picks. Game number 4 of my Minnesota Timberwolves in Dallas. 14-1 dogs now to win this year. Yeah, because we need to win 4 in a row. Dallas, pretty hefty favorites there. We've had competitive games through and through, all 3 of these. The difference, the clutch. It's been the clutch. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving get things done in the last 3 and 4 minutes of basketball games. And my Minnesota Timberwolves, 1 point in the last 3 minutes of game 3. Didn't know if anybody saw that nugget coming, but just throwing them out there because I'm always looking, always watching. But obviously, we're doing things from a betting perspective. I'm not a talking head on ESPN, who are probably talking about bets anyway. It is what it is. But here we are, friends. Game 4 for my Minnesota Timberwolves. And a couple of things are very apparent. One, Luka Doncic is the best player on the floor. Kyrie Irving, said it before the series, probably the second best player on the floor. And so far, that has rung true. Now, Anthony Edwards, still struggling shooting the ball, but not nearly to the same capacity as one Karl Anthony Towns. Don't know what happened to Karl here between series, but he has been brutal. It's been not the only reason that we haven't been successful, but it has been a reason that we have not been successful. And I don't think anybody is out there you just can't deny such facts. I can't deny it. I'm a rider. Can we get Cat one time to do something? That's all that I ask. I can't watch this anymore. We still have Naz Reid out there playing great defense, 5 for 10 from the field, efficient. Did miss a free throw, though. Free throw shooting, another thing, 12 for 17 from the line. Only 17 free throws, shooting 70% as a professional basketball team from the line is not what you're going for. Not going to win many close games with just 17 to their 31 free throws. Tony Brothers, come on, bro. Anyway, I'm done talking about game 3 for the most part because we'll break it down in rotations here. But my lean play, we're looking at the prop market and one thing in terms of a total here. So this isn't going to surprise anybody. Totals have been just way undershot here in a couple of these games. Let's just go down the line. 116, 107, over. 109, 108, over. 108, 105, over. Lots of overs here. And Minnesota hasn't had their second best player in Karl Anthony Towns shoot the ball 1 iota. In fact, 0 for 8 last time out. 1 for 5 the previous game. 2 for 9 the previous game. That is just horrendous 3-point shooting. 13, 22. 3 for 22 from 3, Cat. I just did that math in my head. Was that impressive? 3 for 22 in this series, bro. It's like sub 15%. It's like Lee Trevino. Happy Gilmore, too. Very excited for that. But in the lean category, in terms of a prop, Kyrie Irving. We actually bet this one earlier. I think we want to run it back because I don't know why it took the dip that it did. But well, when I dip, you dip, we dip, friends. I do like going back to the rebounds now at 4.5, considering the price has gotten better yet again here. Back-to-back games where 3 and 4 for Kyrie. We picked the right one where he got over on 4.5. In game 1, it was 5 rebounds in that one. But yeah, 4.5 rebounds, this price, I got to be backing that, I think. I don't know. It's a lean. Haven't pulled the trigger yet. But over 210, also kind of my lean direction for this one for all you total people. And again, if you want to pick the winner between Minnesota and Dallas, go ahead and do Dallas money line if you really want to. If you really want to spite me, I have no play on it. I think it's been perfectly efficient the entire way. Minnesota has not gotten things done in the clutch. Eventually, things regress towards the mean, or Anthony Edwards starts knocking down shots from the perimeter too. Anywho, Rudy Gobert. This is a little bit fascinating to me. Currently sitting with a 10.5 points prop and a 10.5 rebounds prop. Everybody's saying, oh, Eric, he got benched last game. No, he got in foul trouble. He's been incredible when he's been on the floor this season. Had the best plus minus in the playoffs up until last game, but don't know if that ended up ringing true after that one. But he's been a difference maker. In fact, we have no rim protection when he is not out on the floor. Now, Naz Reid, Karl Anthony Towns against Joker, they did enough. Pat on the back to do anything to slow down Joker, as you should. You deserve a pat on the back for such things against who I believe to still be the best basketball player on the planet. But I don't think you can have Rudy Gobert off the floor here, even with the situation where Derek Lively going to be out for this one. Has the neck spasms, won't be playing. Got dinged up in that one. Hopefully he's all right if they continue on in the series. Again, I'm a Minnesota fan. I'm not going to talk about that part of it. But if you build out the single game parlay on DraftKings FanDuel right now, you're getting a better price than betting his double-double. So I specifically wrote it out this way. So you will have to take a look at it. Rudy Gobert, 10 plus points, 10 plus rebounds. Yes, it's half a point away, it's half a point and half a rebound away on both sides of his original points prop, but it's actually giving you a better price than a lot of his double-double prices that exist in the industry. So ridiculously easy way of trying to find more value. Build out those single game parlays by hand, see exactly where those prices are. And sometimes on FanDuel, they have it listed 2 different prices at 2 different sections of the site. It's absolutely asinine. You got to put in that work, Devin. Don't give up. But don't give up on BetMGM either. Single game parlays, they're getting much more involved in that streets as well as some of the best home run props. Yes, home run prop numbers that exist on the board here of late as well. Can't believe how much better this sportsbook has gotten just in like the last year. It's been BetMGM. You can sign up for that down below at the link. And if you deposit $25 or more, you play anything, whether it's $50, $100, up to $1,500 for your first bet. You get that amount back in bonus bets if it doesn't win. So a great opportunity to take a big shot, my friends. Only if you're 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Back to the picks we go. We got a lock coming down your way. Now, this is an unexpected one. I did not see this coming. You did not see this coming. But you know what? Those generally end up being the best plays. So we got to look at how you adjust minutes in the playoffs. And obviously, this is a very difficult matchup here against the Minnesota Timberwolves. But Luka Doncic on the season, 38 minutes, 1.5 steals per game. 41, 42, 41 minutes. Routinely playing in those low 40s in every single one of these games in this series and in that previous series against Oklahoma City. Been doing a good job of staying out of foul trouble. Been doing a good job of just kind of coasting over on the defensive end to a certain extent. But he's getting really crafty. When you saw interior touches from Rudy Gobert, you saw Luka Doncic come up and just basically tell the Minnesota bench, what are you doing? How dare you try to have Rudy Gobert post up on me where he's able to just get around him quick, has faster hands, and Rudy Gobert post up on anybody is always tough to watch. But yeah, Luka Doncic, 1.5 steals. This is a pretty decent price here, sitting at just minus 115. Luka Doncic over 1.5 steals. I do think this is a great opportunity, friends, to fire up some goodness on a steals prop. Haven't seen one of these in a long time pop on my spreadsheet, but you know what? These generally end up being the best type of plays where they come from the dark lagoon, but it's exceeded this number of 2 of 3 in the last, or in this series, which I don't care about all that much. I'm not a big, oh, you done this and this amount of games and yada, yada, yada. Just, it's popping for me. You should be betting this one and we should get ourselves the heck up out of here. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to the comment section below. Sorry about Andrew Nembhard. He's apparently just going to be one of the greatest scorers the NBA's ever. No, that's not the case. He had a good game. I wasn't familiar with your game. I did that twice now. Anyway, BetMGM, check them out. I'm going to be in the video description box below, checking out everything. If you guys have any feedback, let me know here. We're going to be coming up on that NBA Finals very, very shortly. Continuing the one-game format here, lean like lock. Been more prop-centric here of late. I'm sure we're going to get some prices on some games that we're going to be able to fire up in that NBA Finals. Take a look at series pricing, things of that nature. That's coming down the pipeline later. Until next time, though, friends, thank you, Producer Jacob. I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets for Game 4 of Minnesota and Dallas. Go Timberwolves.